Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so doing a final review today on Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. So I started playing this game probably about, I'd say it's about 2 months, no, maybe a month and a half. It may have been 2 months ago. It's back when they came out with the Ghostbusters collab, because I'm a Ghostbusters fan, so I thought I would check it out just to see what they were offering. This is a long-term game. It's got a free-to-play design set to it, but really there's just not enough to really keep one engrossed in the game for a long enough period of time for you to actually do this in a free-to-play format, because it's just not really set up that way. I mean, it's designed to be that way if you want to do it, but it would just take a really long time to develop, because basically what you have to do is you have to develop multiple teams to do multiple different types of quests and whatnot. Just for instance, just in your challenges alone, this one requires support only. So if you don't have a really good set of support characters, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to complete this. So you have to build multiple teams, which is not bad. All games offer that type of a challenge to build multiple teams. But the problem with this is they don't give you the characters. Well, they give you the characters, but you don't really get the characters that fast. You can get them, but it's very expensive to see. When you give the characters like that, they're all very low. Pretty much everything comes out as a 1 or 2 star when you get it. To level to get something up to, it starts racking up the points. It gets to the point where you don't have enough chips, which are the level up chips. For instance, these are all the characters I've managed to get, which, as you can see, is probably about a third of the characters that the game has to offer. But you see, you have to have a pirate team, so you need this character, and you need this character, you need this character, and this character, to do certain things in this character. So I've got all the characters. I've got enough to make a team for pirates, but you've got cities. You got city, and then you've got the castle, and there's really different multiple teams to do different types of events and whatnot. And they set it so that you get your characters, but just taking this character right here, to star up this character from a 3 to a 4, it was like 250,000 gold. Okay, I had to purchase 1 million in gold using a bunch of these gems right here to actually purchase that. You could actually do that in the shop. They have a what is it? I think it's is it bundles? No, it's not bundles. Might be bags and supplies. Yeah, right here. You can purchase. You're going to need to do this quite frequently if you cratefuls of scrolls and cratefuls of coins. You're going to need to purchase these to have enough gold and enough of the scrolls. These are the experience scrolls. You're going to need to have these to level up your characters and to pay for them. And then you're going to need a bunch of money just to take them up to stars. So I mean, just a 3 to a 4 was 250. I can imagine what a 4 to a 5 is going to be. And you can't earn gold fast enough, and you can't earn the scrolls fast enough to actually you're going to have to play this game constantly. See, just level it up one level to 36 is 24,000 gold. And you have to do that for a bunch of characters if you want to keep your team strong. So, as you can see, it gets to the point where you just don't have enough gold. And I had to purchase the scrolls. I purchased a tub of scrolls and a tub of... So I've spent, so you're going to have to continuously do that. The problem is I don't think you can earn enough of the gems to actually keep up with leveling up characters. If 3 to 4 was 250, I assume 4 to 5 is probably going to be 350, maybe 400,000, and you're just not going to be able to earn coins that fast. I bought this I think I bought this like 5 days ago, and as you can see, I've already used 750 of it. So it's just really not It's really not a game that you can, that unless you really, if you want to, if you want to progress through with any type of speed, you're going to have to purchase some of the packs, and they offer packs for everything. They offer, you can get, see bundles right here, so you know, you can get a storm set. You can buy it, so they got a whole hero pack here. Dragonfire, Castle Crew pack. So they've got everything. You're just gonna have the 60 City Slickers pack. You're just gonna have to spend money to pay it. But none of this stuff is really expensive. Comparative to some of the other games that you see, is pretty high priced. But yeah, this is if you want to progress with any type of speed, you're gonna have to shell out a little bit of money. It isn't by no way meaning that it's pay to win. It's a free to play game, and you can play it like that, but it's going to take a really long time to manage to do it. I just don't have enough interest in the actual the Lego franchise to spend that much time focusing on it, because you need to do dailies. They give you characters in your dailies each time you complete your dailies. You get one of the pirates. This guy right here. You get a Captain Redbeard. You get 3 tiles for him each time you do your dailies. So you would inevitably get a Captain Redbeard, not a bad character. In achievements, they give you the Magisto tile. So you'd be able to, over time, as you get the tiles and stuff and do stuff, you'd be able to get a Magisto. I've got him. I got enough to get him the first time. But the fact of the matter is, progression is very slow because you have to build all these teams. They're very base when you get them. You have to gear them up. You have to star them up. Then you have to level them up, star them up, and everything. And it just takes a really long time to get the tiles because they only give you 1 or 2 tiles a shot. When you need 50, that can take quite a few, and that's just going up 75. And it's a long haul game. You're really gonna have to play this for an extended period of time to actually make the game to be where you're actually competing and able to be self-sufficient without having to spend money to do anything. And it's just not a game that I'm interested enough in that to take the time. It was I played it for several months. I didn't want to just the Ghostbusters event. They did give you 2 of the characters for free. You're able to get Venkman and Ray. You just had to do a little bit to get them, and they were easily obtainable. The rest of the characters were. So let me be honest. The rest of the characters, to get those other 2 characters in the game, you would have had to be very high level, at least well above. At the time when it had been ended several weeks ago, I was only at something like 32 or 33, and I was unable to get them because the amount what they were asking for to get them was not reasonable at my level. And I don't even think it would have been reasonable with somebody that was at that level. So they gave you 2 of the team, but you didn't get the full team. You probably were going to have to be a very high level to farm the actual levels that they had them on, because the beginning levels was, I think you had to be 35 level just to start it, and then you really didn't get, like in the first 2 they gave you, as you completed the levels, you got tiles for that character. This was no longer an option on those 2. The 2 final characters, as you did the levels, you got these little tags, little vouchers, and once you got a number of the vouchers, you could go into the shop and actually purchase tiles that way. It would have been very difficult, but you could also purchase them. I know I did see 1 or 2 people actually purchase the characters, as that was the easiest way to get those 2 characters. But yeah, that's not not for me. I wanted to see if this game was something that I wanted to continue on. And as my rule is, I play a game for if I'm still playing a game after a month and I'm still enjoying it, then I'll spend a little bit of money on the game. Until then, I'm not going to. So this game is not quite where I want it to be. It's free to play, but I don't think it's free to win. You could probably have a competitive team in maybe 2 or 3 years, and then be something. But who knows if the game will even be around that long? But there's a lot of people playing it, so it seems to be doing very interesting. If you like the Lego franchise, then this is something that you might get interested in. I mean, the fighting is extremely cool. I'll get in and just play just one of the quests here for you, just so you can see what it's like in terms of design and graphics. So this requires just builder characters. So I have to have only builder characters. I can take the guild buddy if I want to. So this is only for builders. So see, this is what I mean when they make it so that you have to you have to get and manage a lot of characters, but they really don't give you enough materials to actually do that in a reasonable time frame. So I'll just put it on auto here. So as you can see, the graphics are very nice. The finishing moves are really cool. Everybody's got skill sets, So it's not a bad, it's not a bad game. It's just a little bit below what I'm not willing to spend the time on it. This gets old after a while because you have to use, and that's what it is basically. So that's how you do it. So as you can see, it's a little dynamic. It's not like it's just they got an auto, and there's a story going on, so you can try to understand what the story's about. So that's what it is. But it just didn't quite tickle my fancy. But I did want to try it because I'd had a few people ask what I thought about the game, and I really couldn't answer because I'd never played it before. So I decided to go ahead and jump in, especially because they were doing a Ghostbusters collab, and I've always been a Ghostbusters fan of the original series. Not the last ones that come out. I didn't particularly like those too well, but I did like the originals. So and that's the characters you get. It was Vinkman, Egon, and those were the characters, and Slimer was in there too. Winston was there as well. So you could get all the characters. They were there as an offering. So it was a pretty good event. It was an interesting event, and you got to see some stuff. And it turns out that one of my most powerful characters is the character that they gave you for one of the easiest one to get. Here was Vinkman. Now you can't get Vinkman anymore until they bring those characters back. I have not seen any way to get tiles for these two characters. So they probably would have to go by the wayside in terms of stringing them up. So for those that want to play, one of the first characters you're going to get is Hiker. You definitely want to get him and level him up. He's a healer. He will make PvP in the arena so much easier. And then you want to start with the pilot team. So you get Captain Redbeard. You get Princess Argenta free too. So you want to start focusing on getting as many, get a pirate team, because the pirate teams will allow you to get gold in the event. The event that you have for the gold, you take a pirate team in, and because that's what this coin challenge right here. So you want to do this. You're going up against pirates, so you want to make sure that you have a full team. Sets will be able to allow you to build. These are like cursory sets. You want to build the Raft Raider set for your pirate team. There's others, but these are something that you're certain long term for the big stuff. But they do give you, they do give you the free, and you did get the Ecto one for free as well. Well, you had to play a few levels to get the tiles, but it was easy to get. Let's put it that way. Even someone who, at me, was only like level 20. When I started playing the events, I was able to get those characters. So they did give you, to their credit, they did give you a couple of them free as well as Ecto. So you had the makings of this team to start. One of the things about the Ghost is a direct counter to the Ninjago team. The Ninjago team is the strongest team in this game, and that's what you're going to build. A full Ninjago team will, pretty much, that's meta for the game. You can complete everything with the Ninjago team, and the Ghostbuster team sort of had a little bit of answer for that. So it was built as a counter to the Ninjago team. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to try it out too as well, because I knew I was not going to be playing the game. I seriously doubt if I would be playing the game long enough to get a fully powered up Ninjago team. I realized that within the first week of playing that it was going to be a long, slow grind to acquire what was going to be needed, and I was not sure if I would have the interest in the game enough to complete it, to go that big, and I don't. But the game is free to play. You could probably do it from pay to without paying money, but it's going to take a really long time, and it just got too boring for me. I like when they give you the characters, um, that you can make a team, and form the team that you want. But in this, you just have to form multiple different teams. If you're a fan of the franchise and you like all the different types of Legos, then you'll probably get a kick out of that. I'm not that big a fan of Legos. I mean, I played with Legos when I was a kid, and I do enjoy Legos. I have a White House Lego set that I built just 3 or 4 years ago. Just bought one at the store because it was on sale, and it was like 1,000 pieces, and it was fun to put that Beastie Boy together. It was like really difficult. Yeah, that had that instruction booklet. I think it was I can't remember the levels, but it was like one of the upper level ones to build. So, but yeah, it went together pretty good, and I've got it downstairs on one of the shelves. So so yeah, and then with Ghostbusters combined, I just decided to give it a go. So I could get a few. I did a few videos on it showing you what it was about and everything. But this is going to be the last time I play it, so I just wanted to do a final review on it and let everybody know. So yeah, it's free to play, and you can probably do pretty well at the game, but it's just going to take an extremely long time to get there, and you're going to have to grind it on a daily basis, and keep getting 1 or 2 tiles for the characters that you want on a daily basis. You're going to need to purchase the gold, the crates of gold, and you're going to need to purchase the experience chips. You're going to need to purchase all that stuff from the store, because you don't get enough of it in the game to level up the characters. So let's get a 3 to 4 level character. Taking a 3 character to 4 was 250,000 gold, and so I ended up having to buy 1,000,000 from that, and then I didn't have enough crates. Started hitting the point where I wasn't having enough experience chips to level up, so I had to buy a crate of experience. So just understand that. So if you consistently play the game, the problem is, as you get through it, it's probably going to be more difficult to get the gems, and then you're going to have to slow down. You can't go buying, because it's like 1,100 for that. So it takes a little while to build up the gems that you need. So and then awesomeness is another thing too. Awesomeness is the power level that you have, like in different games, like in Azure Lane and Bleach and stuff like that. It's called power, and this is called awesomeness. So you have to, some levels are gated with awesomeness as well too. So, and then some you have to have 3-star city characters. I don't have any city characters, so when that event rolls around, I can't play it because I don't have enough to make the team for city characters. There's several events going on right now that I fought the law, and I cannot play this because I don't have enough castles to make a team. So this event is useless to me. There's a goodie event right here too, and I cannot play this either because I don't have enough city characters. So these 2 events that they're running right now for me are completely useless. So as far as they're concerned, I have no events to play right now, and you're going to see that a lot. I mean, as you play the game for months and months and months and months and months and months, you'll start to gather these characters, but it just takes a really long time, and I'm not that fan of the franchise where I'm willing to spend that. But some people are, and that's assume why it's still being played today, and I assume it's doing pretty well. I have no knowledge of that or anything, but I know the guild that I'm in seems to be pretty dead. I don't see much of the people doing it. I've actually been able to be one of the top earners in the guild, and I only log on once a day just to do my quick dailies, and I was earning a top guild marks. So I think that to me it might be a little stagnant. But yeah, it's the Lego franchise, so it's up to you to play it. But yeah, it's just if you like the Lego franchise and you're willing to go in it for the long haul, then you could probably over a period of time you might be able to successfully build a team. But in the end, the team that you're going to go for is the Ninjago team, and it's hard to get those characters. They're the characters that you're going to have to build up all these other teams to earn. It's scaled. Or Slimer. Right there. See, 190 tiles to get Slimer. So as you can see, specialty characters are really expensive. But yeah, so you see, so some of the the teams that you want for the Ninjago team, the Yeti's another one that people want to try to get to. Those are like specialty characters that make them very, very only high level players can come around. See, Egon was the one, another one of the gospel. Egon and Winston. Let's see, and then this is all I was able to earn for them. And I did purchase a pack with gems, not with money, but with gems on these to see how much I could get. And as you can see, I didn't do too well. So, but there's Kai. He's in Ninjago. I've got Naya. She is a support for the Ninjago. You can get her just by one of the tiles within the. I think it's Piptown United. Another one of the Ninjagos is Lloyd. You can get him in the guild shop. I managed to get him in the guild shop, so I managed to get him. So those are 2 Ninjagos, and I think that's all I've got in terms of Ninjago. Is Zane Ninjago? Yes, Ninjago. So I've got 3 of the Ninjago characters. All of these are in the store, guild store, mashup. If you go to the shops, if you look in here, general, you'll see sometimes they have shards in here for them. Kai's in here, so you can purchase Kai tiles. So that's an Ninjago. Mashup, they've got Zane right here. He's another Ninjago. So that's how I got those 2. Was just saving up my mashup coins. Like I could purchase another Ninjago right now, tile for him. So okay, see, and but then I'm going to get him up to level. Then I'm going to have to pay 250,000 to level him up. So as you can see, and I can't because I don't have enough gold to do that right now, and I haven't finished leveling up all my characters for today. So I'm, it's just going to get See, it just so I have enough to buy a crate of gold, but I won't have enough to buy a crate of experience points, which I need to start leveling them up. So as you can see, it's just a slow. You're just going to have to wait until you can build up the mats to do it, and then do it. And it's just going to be a long slugger. But hey, if you like the LEGO franchise, it might be something you're interested in doing. But this is the main screen right here. You've got some arena. I was actually doing pretty good. I'm silver rank 464. You just got to play this twice a day. It's 5 minutes between, so if you, or I think it might be 10 minutes in between. But you can't play it one right after the other. You have to wait. I think if you do one, then you have to wait like 10 or 15 minutes before you can play it again, which is really unappropriate. So if you're going to do your dailies, come in and immediately do an arena, and then it'll lock out for like 15 minutes, and then just go do other stuff, and then come back in about 15, 20 minutes, and then you'll be able to log on and do another one. So that's one of the things I didn't particularly like about it. Your dailies are just basically, pick up 3 things in a shop, use this little extractor tool here to extract something from one of your sets, and usually just gives you gold. You might get an item. That's one of the quests as well. Do your challenges. You can just loot the challenges if you can do them. So like this here's the scroll challenge. This allows you to get some scrolls. But if you don't have enough to go up, you just loot it, and you get some scrolls, and you loot it twice, and that's all. You can only run it twice a day, and then missions alternate throughout the week. The different types of challenges that you have. Some are open on Monday, Thursday. So normal fare. You see that in a lot of different games. Campaigns. You've got 3 campaigns. You've got Monolith. You've got to do some Monolith a day. Do some Pip Town. I think it's 5 glyphs, 5 Pip Towns, 5 Monolith Waste, and then you've got to do 5 hard mode. So I try to do the same. I just use the hard mode on Pip Town, and you clear them both at the same time if you do 5 on the hard version. So if you look at the scales, you'll see this is this is hard. That means this level's right here is a hard level, and you can just loot it, and then you can just max loot it for 60. That's going to complete my. See, it got 2 tiles there. So that's what you do. As you can see, each of these, some of the tiles there's a knot, so you can get her. This is the Ninjago character. So you just have to play these over and over and over. Some days you'll get none. Some days you'll get a couple. It's just, it's luck of the draw. It's RNG. And as you can see, just by doing that, I've completed a lot of them. There's still more to go. But, and then once I complete all of them, I'll get this right here and earn 3 more tiles, as well as some, golden gems. So if you keep playing, you can be able to do it. It just takes a little bit of time. But yeah, so I just want to give so I just want to give a final review on it and let you think what I thought of the game. It's set up to be free to play, but if you want to advance in any speedy time, it's going to take a really, really long time unless you're willing to shell out a little bit of money. And that's not a problem because the prices in here are very reasonable compared to the prices in some of the other games. You'll see like $79, $80 for stuff. This right here, as you can see, looks like 20 bucks. Seems to be the biggest. Yeah, it looks like 20 bucks is the biggest thing they've got to offer. Everything else is extremely low, so you could, your money would go a lot farther in this game than it would in some other games. And some of these, I guess, are characters that you want. I know this guy right here is supposed to be a really good character. So yeah, and he's supposed to be a very good character as well, King Brutus. So yeah, so all of these are good characters here. So this is something that if you're willing to spend a little bit of coinage on this game, real money on this game, you could actually probably make it go up fairly quickly. But since I'm not that big of a Lego, I decided to just hold off. Like I say, I don't spend money on a game unless I'm able to play it for at least a month. Because too many times you get caught up in that thing, and after a couple of weeks, it's like, it's just boring. I don't want to play it anymore. But you've already dumped some money into it, so. So I try to wait. If I'm still playing a game after a month, I realize that at that point I like the game enough that I'm willing to come back to it and play it. So that's what happens, but not quite enough interest here to hold me into this game. So Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. It's not a bad game, but just not my cup of tea. But if it's something you want to give it a try, you've seen what it's got and you've seen what it's going to be, and you just have to understand that if you're not going to spend money, it's going to be a long haul, a long, slow haul, but you can do it. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember, put a like on it if you like it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. And once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on that bell, you'll be notified every time I do drop a video. This is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.